Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. Commented by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Chapter 1. Arjuna Visada Yoga. Observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita is spoken to establish the condition of the conditioned soul. Arjuna, a mighty warrior, intelligent and noble, collapses under emotional attachment and moral confusion. He sees teachers, relatives, and loved ones standing before him in battle and loses all clarity. This chapter is necessary because spiritual knowledge begins only when material confidence fails. Arjuna's crisis becomes humanity's crisis. Thus, the battlefield becomes the classroom of transcendence. Chapter 2 Sankhya Yoga. Chapter 2 is spoken because Arjuna has surrendered in confusion. Now Krishna begins transcendental instruction. This chapter establishes the foundation of the entire Gita. Krishna explains that the soul is eternal while the body is temporary. Real intelligence means acting according to spiritual truth, not temporary emotion. Chapter 1 presented the problem, material confusion. Chapter 2 begins the solution, the spiritual knowledge. Chapter 3 Karma Yoga. After hearing about spiritual wisdom, Arjuna becomes confused. If knowledge is superior, then why should he fight? Thus, chapter 3 is spoken to explain Karma Yoga, selfless action. Krishna teaches that no one can remain inactive even for a moment. The solution is not escaping duty but purifying action through detachment. Chapter 2 establishes spiritual identity. Chapter 3 teaches how to live spiritually while acting within this world. Chapter 4 Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga are called transcendental knowledge. Chapter 4 is spoken to reveal the divine origin of spiritual knowledge. Krishna explains that this wisdom is eternal, passed through saintly disciplic succession across ages. He reveals his divine nature and purpose of his incarnations. Chapter 3 taught selfless action. Chapter 4 here now explains why such action becomes sacred when connected to divine knowledge. Action without spiritual understanding binds. Action connected to Krishna liberates. Chapter 5 Karma Sannyasa Yoga are called action in Krishna consciousness. Even after hearing about Karma Yoga, Arjuna still wonders, is renunciation superior to action? Thus, chapter 5 is spoken to resolve this confusion. Krishna explains that both paths can lead to liberation, but detached action is safer and more practical. True renunciation is not abandoning work, but abandoning selfish attachments. The previous chapter 4 connected action with knowledge. This chapter 5 shows how spiritual peace arises through purified action. Chapter 6 Dhyana Yoga. Chapter 6 is spoken to explain mastery of the mind through meditation. After understanding detached action, Krishna now teaches inner discipline. The uncontrolled mind is humanity's greatest enemy, but the controlled mind becomes the greatest friend. Chapter 5, previous one, established external balance in action. Chapter 6 here develops internal balance through meditation and self control. True yoga means connecting consciousness with the divine.